Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Shama Farag. Today is gonna be our first story time, and I'm happy to be with you today. And I know I'm all over the place. I was waiting for somebody else to show up, but actually I think people were hesitant. They didn't know what they're gonna be doing. So the storytelling with MAPS, we are relaunching the MAPS-MCOC storytelling. Again, it's gonna be virtual. It's gonna be on Saturday from 6 to 6:30. Maybe we're gonna kind of extend it to 6:45, and we would love to see you all. Today I'm gonna be reading to you. I'm actually a published author, but I will stick to the plan, and I'm gonna be reading aloud a book like everybody else. Today's book is gonna be this one. It's Riding a Donkey Backwards. This is a book about a very famous and popular character in the Arab world. I didn't know his name is Juha, and I didn't know that he's also famous in other parts of the world as well. He's also famous by another name. He's known by Mullah Nasruddin. Okay, so he is one. Juha is one of my favorite characters because he has two main traits that they are unique, and you can really find them combined in one person. He is funny and wise, and we usually tend to think of the people who are funny that they are lightweight, but actually this is not true. There are people, and it's really rare, who are wise, and they are sharing their knowledge through their sense of humor, and Juha is one of them. And I remember one of the stories that I heard about him. He wanted once to teach his son that you know, you cannot judge. You don't know people's reasons. You cannot judge them. He wanted to teach his son that no matter we do, there's still people who won't like what we do. And they still talk bad about the things we're doing, not knowing our reasons. Okay, and the story was him. He took his son on a trip. It was he and his son and the donkey, and then they went on a trip. And first they had their luggage loaded on the donkey's back, and they were on their way. And they were walking side by side with the donkey, and they passed by a city. Then the people of the city, they saw Juha, his son, and the donkey, and they felt like, how foolish are those people? They are walking side by side with the donkey. What is this donkey for? They should be riding the donkey. Then Juha's son, he was a kid, and he was feeling tired. Then his dad, Juha, suggested that he would ride the donkey. Then they passed by another city. The people of the city said, "Oh, how disrespectful the son is! He's riding the donkey and leaving his dad walking. This is so disrespectful and so disobedient." Then on their way, Juha started to feel tired. Then he suggested that he and his son switch, and his son would come off, and he would ride the donkey back. So Juha rode the donkey, and they passed by another city. Then the people at the city, they just look at them and say, "Oh, how bad and selfish this father is. He's riding the donkey and leaving his son walking." And then both the dad and the son at the end were so tired of walking, so they both decided that they would ride the donkey. Then they passed by another city. Then the people of the city just looked at what they are doing, and they said, "Oh my goodness, those people they have no mercy. They are both riding the donkey, and they have no feeling for the donkey. This must be too much for the donkey." So this is to teach us that you don't know people's reasons. You don't judge them. They are maybe the son is tired, maybe the dad's tired, maybe they're switching, so you don't know what's happening, so you don't judge. So today's story is about Juha, and since it's a collection of different stories, I'm gonna read two of them. They are so funny. So first, I'm gonna read up to you about the character today. Meet Mullah Nasruddin, or Juha. Okay. So Mullah Nasruddin, he has many names because stories about him are told in many different countries. In Turkey, he's Hoja. In Central Asia, he's Afandi. And in Arab world, they call him Juha. Others call him Mullah Nasruddin. He is a trickster. And Muslims all around the world love him because he makes them laugh. If he doesn't make you laugh, he will certainly make you think. And perhaps think sideways instead of straight ahead. He may even make your thoughts do somersaults inside your mind. Some say Nasruddin lived in the 13th century. Many different countries claim to be his birthplace, but nobody knows for sure when he was born, where he lived, or even if he was a real person. Nasruddin, or Juha, is the wisest man in the village, and also the biggest fool. He is sometimes an imam, a judge, or a teacher. He's often poor and usually hungry, but if he begs for money, he would rather take a silver coin than a gold one. If you want to know why, read on. Okay? Okay. So this story is about the donkey thieves. Okay. One day, Juha, or Mullah Nasruddin, bought a donkey in the marketplace. He started to walk home, leading the donkey on a rope behind him. But two thieves had been watching Mullah. They had been watching Juha, and they followed him. Without Juha noticing, the thieves crept up behind the donkey. Then one of them took the rope off the animal's neck and put it around his own neck. Meanwhile, the other thief took the donkey back to the market to sell it. Juha didn't notice anything until he got back home. When he turned around, instead of the donkey, there was a man standing behind him with a rope around his neck. "Where is my donkey?" asked Juha. The thief went down on his knees. "Alhamdulillah, Juha, Alhamdulillah," he said. The thief, "Thank you. You have broken a spell put on me because I was rude to my mom. I was turned into a donkey. I could only become myself again if a kind and a generous master bought me. You must be the kind master, Juha. Now tell me what I can do for you in return." So he was tricking Juha. Then Juha said, "You can go back to your mother and apologize for being rude to her," Juha said. This is what he suggested that he would do. So the crafty thief got up and ran back to his friend in the marketplace. The next day, Juha was in the market again, and he saw the very same donkey he had bought. And the day before, he went up to it. Then he wagged his finger and said, "Naughty donkey, you've been rude to your mother again, haven't you?" So just to remind you, this is a funny story. This is not real, okay? There's another story at the very back of the book. Here, it feels like it's a funeral. I know that doesn't seem funny, but Juha here expressed a magnificent ability to turn a very stressful situation with his sense of humor and make people laugh. One day, Nasruddin, or Juha, went for a walk with three friends. When they came to the cemetery, they saw a funeral procession arriving. They saw a funeral. The first friend asked the question, "Imagine it was your funeral," he said, "and your family and friends are all gathered around your dead body. What would you like to hear from them saying about you?" The second friend replied, "I would like to hear someone say he was a doctor who saved many lives, and he was a good family man who loved his wife and children." The second friend said, "I would like to hear someone say he was a hardworking teacher who inspired his students to love learning, and he was always honest." Nasruddin stayed silent. So one of the others asked, "What would you like to hear to hear people say about you, Juha?" Juha said, "I'd like to hear them saying, 'Look, he's moving.'" He actually wanted to be a ghost. So that was our story for today. I would love for you, I would post the link to sign up for next story time, for you to sign up if you would love to be our storyteller for the next time. And if you watched the video, please feel free to comment below, send us your craft, do a craft and send it to us. You will be featured. It will be featured on the Facebook page, and we would love to have more storytellers. You don't have to be a Muslim, you don't have to be an adult. All ages are welcome to join. We would love to see you. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please reach out to us with any comments, with any suggestions. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and bye bye.